So in this video, we are going to talk about how to troubleshoot a Helix Innovation Suite on-prem pipeline failures due to the image pool issues. As you can now see that Helix on-prem deployment pipeline is performing a deployment of Helix Remedy Smart Reporting. This is for the customers who have support extension enabled for the smart reporting. Now when I go and open the console output for this particular pipeline, which is present over here. So for the Helix on-prem deployment pipeline, it is performing Helix Smart Reporting deploy. When I see the console output for the Helix Smart Reporting deploy, you can see that it is trying to perform an activity of SRDB setup job container. So now it has been a while that it is trying to set up SRDB setup. So let's check it with the help of respective container. So what I tried to did is I just tried to run the command kubectl get pods with sub particular namespace. So support blue is my Helix Innovation Suite ITSM namespace. So when you will see this, you can see that SRDB setup is failing. It is giving the error image pulled back off. So if in case any such error is visible when you try to get a pods for a specific namespace, you can just try to run the command again kubectl, just try to see whether it is still giving the same error. Now as you can see, it is giving the same error. So let's try to get the descriptive pod. So as you can see over here in the events, it says that pulling the image harbor from the harbor, it is failing to pull this respective image. The RPC code unknown error. So it indicates system is failing to pull this particular image which is required for this particular pod to get started. So what we can try to do in this particular situation is we can try to manually pull this respective image if available using just like Docker login and then Docker pull. Now, as we have seen, the image which is failing to pull is smart reporting image. Let us just use the Docker login. I've already used Docker login command to containers.bmc.com. It prompts you to perform the authentication. Let's try to use the Docker login first before we run the Docker pull command. So I'll just do Docker login, then HTTP containers.bmc.com, and it will try to authenticate with me with my existing credentials. So what it prompts you is just it will ask you for your authentication username which you use to log into your BMC account and the access token key which you have downloaded. So once you do that, you can just use a command as docker login. So I'm just using docker pull containers.bmc.com to pull the respective image which we have seen as failing. Now here is a catch. When you try to do a Docker pull and with the image name reference specifically on the images which are related to the smart reporting, if in case you have not enabled the support extension for the smart reporting images, you may end up getting the error just like this. So it will throw the error that the repository does not exist or you may not have that particular access to that respective directory. So in that particular situation, as we have told earlier, you will have to get in touch with your sales representative and request for smart reporting extension, support extension. So you will get the access to these images. However, whenever you have the access token, whenever you have the support extension available, we can just try to use the command just like for example docker pull, and I'm just using my internal repository for the time being to pull the respective image. So what it will try to do is it will pull the image in your local system on your harbor. So as you can see, as I've just used docker pull, and now you can see the image is getting pulled, download is complete, so images are getting pulled further in your system.